business and the numbers like the back of our hand, right? We do this all the time. So I can't have an argument with someone on Twitter who tells me that Spence Crawford does 1 million buys, yet we know that if you're setting a line on a guarantee, you set that line at 350 or 400,000 buys. That's if I'm putting my money up, that's where I'm comfortable with the line. Now, it doesn't mean that's the number that Al is comfortable with, but ultimately, when a fight's big enough, the fighters don't really need a guarantee, and they don't really ask for one, Marcos, because I go back to Fury against AJ. There was no guarantee. It was just all the money in the pot. Everyone knows how big that fight is, right? And it's not a case of, it might do this. We all know how big it is. But we just don't. In the instance of Terence Crawford, and I don't think that's PBC's fault. I just feel like it's fighters that probably think a fight's worth more than it is. Al Heyman's doing the right thing for his business, which is not putting a guarantee up because he doesn't have...
What's good, YouTube? I'm back with another video. Let's get straight into it. Now, Eddie Hearn is talking about, how Fury versus AJ didn't have a guarantee and how it didn't need a guarantee because everybody knows that it's a big fight and the fight is going to naturally generate money. You know what I'm saying? So they can get paid from the pot. You know what I'm saying? They can just get paid from what's generated from the fight naturally anyway. It's already a big fight. We know that it's going to make money. So we get paid from the money that's made. And I explained that to somebody. I told a guy, I said, bro, the money was good. Somebody said, how is the money good and they didn't have a guarantee? You don't need a guarantee. I said the only way, and this is proven, this is still in my community post. I said the only way that the money wouldn't be good as if the fight didn't sell anything. If the fight made $0, that's the only way that the money wouldn't be good. Of course, this fight is going to make money. But another topic that Eddie Hearn mentioned is the fact that he said, he can't take a guy serious if he's saying this fight is going to do $1 million on pay-per-view. Now, I've already explained on my channel how that is where the money's coming from. You know what I'm saying? That's how they really pay the guys. You get what I'm saying? So if that's where the money's coming from, you just have to think. And this stuff is just common sense, bro. You don't got to be a fan of Crawford. You don't got to be a fan of Spence. This is just objective stuff that you can understand. This has nothing to do with who you're a fan of. But just understand. So he's saying, if you're trying to determine how much you're willing to invest your money in, how do you go about that? Based on what these guys can sell. You get what I'm saying? That's what he's saying. So he's saying him personally, he will go between 350 to 400,000, which is a good number for Spence and Crawford. Now, that's not saying that he thinks the fight is going to do that much, but you have to understand, how much do you think the fight is going to do? Errol Spence has never done 500K on pay-per-view. Terence Crawford hasn't even did 200,000 on pay-per-view. So we have to think, okay, what's the smartest way to go about this? You get what I'm saying? No guarantee is the smartest way to go about it. In my personal opinion, it's smart because if the pay-per-view doesn't do good, at least you didn't give these guys a whole bunch of money and you completely lost your money. You know what I'm saying? And you want to know who else did that? Bob Arum. So they have the perfect blueprint of what not to do, bro. So when people talking about there's no guarantee, dude, that's a smart business move, bro. Al Heyman knows what he's doing. You don't. And that's why you in the position that you in and Al Heyman's in the position that he's in. You probably haven't put no fights together. You probably haven't done nothing like that. You don't really understand the business. I get that you're a fan of Crawford. I get that you're a fan of Spence. But I'm going to trust the guys who know what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They know what they're doing when it comes to business. You know what I'm saying? And, only thing you can do is take the information, weigh the information, and that's all you can really do. These guys know what they're doing. They're running the companies. You know what I'm saying? They're doing what they do for a living. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing this stuff for a living. You're not behind the scenes. You don't really know. But all you can see is what's being, presented to people. So when people complain about the no guarantee, it's not a problem at all. But Terence Crawford didn't get it, though. That's the thing. He didn't get it. You get what I'm saying? Because the problem is the fight could have potentially did a good amount of buys And he would have made way more money than what he's making with David Avenesian. That's what he didn't get. You know what I'm saying? His ego got in the way of him making money. And I've been saying that. Everybody realizes that. Even Teofimo Lopez even said it. People can actually see what's going on besides his fans. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I'm saying. Like Eddie Hearn said, you know, some people might think that this fight is bigger, so he's expecting more money. But you got to think, the fight is not as big as I think people think that it is. You know, this not Mayweather-Pacquiao, you know what I'm saying? These aren't huge boxing draws like a Canelo Alvarez, like a Manny Pacquiao. We got to think, Manny Pacquiao did $1 million on pay-per-view like 3 times before he fought Floyd. That's a draw. Like, Manny Pacquiao really got records on pay-per-view. Obviously, we know Floyd Mayweather owned all the major records. But, come on, Mike Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, those are the pay-per-view record holders for boxing, bro. So you got to understand how this stuff working. You know what I'm saying? If you got a guy who's breaking $1 million buys on pay-per-view, you can give him a guarantee. You get what I'm saying? Because he's doing $1 million. Come on, man. You can easily make a 20 ball. You know what I'm saying? But people don't really get it. So if you're in the position of an Al Heyman, it's like, I don't really know how good this fight can do on pay-per-view. It could do better than expected. It can do worse than expected. So what we're going to do is we're going to give them a percentage of the money that's earned. You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to give a guarantee. That makes perfect sense. That's all I got, man. I'm out.